Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. It's that time. It's time to preview round 2 of the Louis Vuitton Murakami collection. I am personally super excited about this round because I love the cherry blossoms. It's my personal favorite. So if you don't know, Murakami, the famous graphic design artist in Japan, drew these flowers, the very happy flowers with the very happy face. This is not specific to Louis Vuitton, it is specific to Murakami, and this print is set against the backdrop of the most recognizable Louis Vuitton logo canvas with the mustard and brown blah blah blah. Okay, so we all know what that looks like. And I like this because of that sophistication with the Louis Vuitton traditional canvas that people call it, with the cute little pink flowers on it. So we learned from round 1, and I'm just hearing from things on the internet, that not everyone was happy with the way round 1 dropped. It was a mess, the website was clogged, and this and that. From my contact at Louis Vuitton, this drop is going to go exactly the same, where they offer the VVICs, very, very important clientele. Those that spend 100 grand and up in a calendar year get the first pick, and then it goes down to 50K, 25K, 10K. Now, you guys already know I personally did not shop from this collection, but a couple years ago when I was starting my channel and I was chasing luxury, I did acquire 2 vintage pieces from the Murakami collection. After all, it still is one of my favorites and iconic for Vuitton. So I bought 2 pieces that I honestly barely use, which just signifies I probably don't need any more. But what I did not do, I am pretty sure these are both authentic pieces. This one I bought from a Japanese boutique off of eBay, and this one I bought from The Real. But still, you never know. And if I ever wanted to sell any of these, sometimes you might have to prove the authenticity. So for this, I am going to use a service called Legit Grails and show you live right now how to authenticate your items just using your phone. So this company, Legit Grails, has sponsored this video, and the link is in the description. All you need to do is open the link. I suggest from your phone because it's super, super easy. All we need to do is hit authenticate right after I choose Louis Vuitton and the bag, and then you choose how quickly you want this authenticated. I'm gonna say within 30 minutes, and then you're going to click on which item you're using. And then right here, it shows you every prompt of the picture that you need to take. So this is super easy. The website is on my phone, and just using my phone, I can click here, for example, hardware engravings, take photo, and then I am going to snap a photo of exactly what they're asking for. And in this case, they're asking for the engravings on the hardware, and they're asking for the engravings on the zipper. It's also going to ask for the date code, which is all the way inside the bag. In this bag, it is barely visible. They also have 24-hour customer service. If you have any questions or can't get a picture through correctly, you can always email them. And also going to take a picture of the print, the canvas. This checks with the photos they have on hand to see if the texture is correct. All things that are very important because we all know that replicas are very good these days. Now, I don't care if you want the real deal or a replica, but if we are out there in the marketplace and unknowingly buy a bag that is not authentic, that could be very disheartening. So I am going to go ahead and do the same with the key pouch. And then once I'm done, I am going to submit, and we are just going to wait. So if you want to know if these 2 items are authentic, stay tuned till the end of the video. So without further ado, let's just look at the collection. I found some preview photos online, starting with the hard cases. So of course there is a trunk, very cute. This whole collection is pretty much a revamp of what they introduced 20 years ago. They might not have had the trunk and the luggage back then. So I see a camera box, I see two different trunks. The Horizon luggage I think is super cute. However, I advise against buying luggage. So I saw the price of the Horizon luggage without the cherry blossoms is now 4,100 something. When I worked there, I believe it was 3,200, something like that. So they've really marked it up. Now, when I was a client advisor, we had to talk it up like this is the best thing ever. They'll replace the zipper if it breaks or whatever, but it's luggage. Wheels always break on luggage. Just because it's Vuitton doesn't mean it's indestructible. It is just a nice piece of luggage. It's beautiful. I love the design. But I don't advise that be the piece that you travel with. Now, I see these big trunks used as coffee tables, but I also see them in consignment shops. I don't know what people do with them after they buy them. It just seems a little excessive. Now, if you have Jeff Bezos money, go ahead, do whatever you want. Now, one thing I see here that is often overlooked is the jewelry box. It's the coffret. Oh, I don't know how to say that. I don't speak French. I know people are going to give me in the comments, "Ew, you pronounced that wrong." Anyways, the jewelry boxes, the hard cases, the watch cases, I always saw these as nice pieces to have because the way that people shopped for bags, at least in my boutique when I worked there, is that they would buy 2 or 3 bags a year, and that spend could equal the price of a trunk or be more than the price of a mini trunk like this, a jewelry box. So here's the rationale. The jewelry box can sit on your dresser where something like a handbag goes out with you for daily wear and tear. So in the long run, for the Vuitton collector, I did always push the jewelry box even though no one was listening to me. You need a little box to put keepsakes. Like say you have a child and you want to keep her first haircut or her first tooth, things like that in the little box that sits on your dresser and stays pristine and it looks pretty. But anyways, food for thought. Let's look at the bags because I know we are here for the bags. So the bags that I see on the preview are the on the go, the Papillon. So this is an older style. I do really love this. It brings back that retro. So on my list, top items that I see here, I would say the Papillon, the Nano bucket bag, which comes with a little pouch. And the card holder is so cute with this big flower. And of course, the card holder is probably going to be the hardest thing to get because it's an accessible price point. Then you have your wallets and of course the Speedy. I also see the Pochette Accessoires and the Boulogne. I really don't like the Boulogne, so I have one here. I bought this off of eBay. It looks like the only difference is that they added a lock to the bow and they added a chain and they probably added like $1,200 of cost. So this is my old dirty used Pochette. I'm very happy with her. Now on the next page, they also have the pink collection. So this is the collection that I like. It's the pink flowers on the backdrop of the monogram. It makes it fun and cutesy, but not too much. But then they have the pink base collection of the cherry blossom, and it's pink and cutesy, and it's too much. They have the capucines, the almond BB, the neon away. Now I do see where there would be a market for this. I do feel like this is catering toward the Asian market, where their style is a little more cutesy than what we would wear here in the US. But at first glance, to me, this looks like Forever 21. So here is also where I wish they did something a little different with the pattern. Doesn't speak luxury anymore, it just speaks Vuitton. It speaks logo. What's funny about this collection is when they announced this Murakami collection coming back, it was meant, I think it was meant to appeal to the nostalgia for people like me. I was in my 20s when this collection came out. So now they're thinking, okay, this Capucines bag is definitely an older customer who has more disposable income to spend, so she might buy a Capucines. In actuality, there aren't that many younger customers buying Capucines, but they made it so baby-like. So I don't understand. Another thing is that they are heavily marketing the whole collection using Zendaya. It's obviously being marketed to the younger crowd who can capitalize on this of like, oh, maybe this was my mom's first Louis Vuitton, so I want it to be my first Louis Vuitton. Okay, now let's look at the accessories. They're always the silk squares and the bandeaus. The bandeaus, yes, are super cute and the things that people want because they're price point accessible. The keychains are also cute, but they look too cutesy, I think kind of Forever 21-ish. And for the price, I just gasp. Now, lastly, the shoes. I think the sneakers here are really cute, but my rule about sneakers is very similar to the luggage. If you're wearing designer sneakers, you might as well put $100 bills on your feet. Now, when we carry our designer bags, we're very gingerly with them, unless you're like me. After a while, you just forget about it and throw it on the seat of your car. I am the same way with my shoes. I cannot walk gingerly in my shoes. And if you are trying to do that, what's the point? Yes, I see people try to walk very gingerly in their designer shoes, their Louboutins, and even men in their Nike sneakers. Just don't even bother with the thing. They're gonna get dirty no matter what. $100 bills on your feet because you are stepping on money, and that's how I feel about the shoes, even though they're cute. So I don't mean to rain on anyone's parade. That's just my honest opinion of what I would buy and not buy from this collection. Same styles of bags you would see in the Cherries pattern. So the Neverfull, the Speedy. It looks like they have the toiletry and the Alma. Now the toiletry and the Alma have, instead of the Cherries print all over, just two big cherries. And this one, there's nothing special about it. I mean, maybe if you are a fan of Usher and went to his last concert, the two big cherries might mean something. If you know, you know. And then they have the cherries on denim with a few pieces here. To me, it just looks very cheap. It looks like screen print on denim and it doesn't look luxury. So another thing about this collection, the cherries really don't have anything that are specially marked Murakami, even though they are Murakami. They don't have the smiley faces. It's just, like Vuitton doesn't own the cherries. They just took the cherries and slapped them on the bag. It's just okay for me. Now the pieces with the cherries that were popular back then were the Speedy and the Sac Plat, and I don't see the Sac Plat in this collection. It doesn't mean they won't have it. And also they have the Capucines. The Neverfull with the cherries I think is cute, but like I said, it's not really necessary. Okay, so now I know you're all dying to know. After I hit submit, so I put in 2 authentications, one for each item, and each one came back needing additional photos, which was totally fine. As I said, the date codes, they're really hard to find. So I also emailed them with the date codes just in case they couldn't decipher from the photos, but I just had to get into different lighting and take really up close photos of the engravings on the hardware. Seemed to be the hardest part. So once that went through, I got another email right away saying the authentication is complete and both pieces are authentic. So that was kind of a fun exercise, made me very happy. So it gives you a little blurb about each one. They were kind of about the same, like about having the emboss to be really sharp, and that's how they know that these items are authentic. So again, the links for the service is in the description. And by the way, since I did my first video of the first wave of Murakami, I noticed that a lot more Murakami multicolor pieces popped up on Fashion File. So that is just another reason for me to tell you that you don't have to go to the store to get these items. There are people who bought them back then, maybe used them like this one and aren't using it anymore. So I have linked the items that I have found down in the description below if you want to take a look. You don't have to play that game, and you know I like vintage because in my opinion, the canvas of the vintage pieces, they are much better. I can feel them. They're much thicker. Anyway, this is a long video. My last request, if you are still watching, please click on the survey below. This is for a company called Oversubscribed who has partnered with me. This is the way for my viewers to invest in my channel. Oversubscribe sees the investment platform. This is not a crowdfunding. It is not a fundraiser. It's actually a way for you, my viewers, to invest and grow with me, meaning that you gain the potential rewards. When my channel grows, you win too. I love the idea of that because I kind of hate asking people money for nothing, but with your support, I can keep making great content and you will see your return on the investment. When my channel grows, you win. We're not asking for money now, just take the survey. Thank you guys so much for watching to this point. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you have things to authenticate, if you're gonna buy something, all of that good stuff. I will see you guys soon. Bye.